Hello! I'm Bordle.
And I'm Lucky J, and welcome to the Lucky Goblin.
Yes, and this is Pentiment.
Part 3.
Whether it's lucky or not, we don't know yet.
No, it's not, because the love of our life died in the last episode. He was murdered!
Oh yes.
It's been a murder most foul.
Baron
Lawrence Rofvagel died a tragic death. And it was not great.
No.
And we have several leads to follow, but where should we start? So...
It's a regular old murder mystery where we have several characters who could potentially have a motive. And it's, who is it?
I think it's the old widow who cursed him.
Well, she's responsible because she cursed him.
So it makes the most sense. But yeah, quick recap. We walked to church, we did our backstory, we met the Baron, Lawrence, who was a lovely fellow. I really liked him. And then he died pretty soon after that, so that was great. He got murdered, actually, so... And we wanted the priest who got blamed for it as our mentor, and, like, he's a really nice guy, and clearly not guilty, since he's in, like, his late hundreds. He's ancient. And now we have a couple leads. One is...
He doesn't have the strength in his wrist to lift a knife.
Yeah.
He can't shank anybody.
Mm-hmm. So one of our leads is Lucky, who's an old fella who we saw shouting at him.
Lucky J, is he a relation of yours?
Lucky Steinauer, I think.
Lucky Steinauer, then. I see.
Next one is Widow Kemperin, who cursed him. I think we misunderstood something in the last episode, because we were told that Lawrence beat this guy, but I think we misinterpreted it and thought that he beat him to death.
Yes.
I don't think he beat him to death. I think he just beat him. Prior Ferring, that's our other lead. This old bald bastard. I reckon he was the one... You know, he was in the most convenient location. He has motive. So, right now, bottom of the suspect list is Lucky. Top is Prior Ferring and the Widow. Still, nothing would prevent me from talking to Mother Cecilia in the convent. And actually, she's another one of our suspects for some reason.
I'm telling you, anyone could have done it.
And then we also have the option to attend the examination of the body. So, hold on.
I think we should, out of respect.
I think we should, just because we can get some more clues. And also, part of our backstory, we're an occultist. So I imagine we have some know-how on...
Raising the dead,
dissecting corpses, I was going to say. But yeah, so we can talk to Lucky to find out what he was arguing about. Ottilia Kemperin. She cursed him. There's some kind of cipher that Prior Ferring put in a book. I have no idea what that's about. Mother Cecilia reacted poorly to the Baron's appearance. Could she have something to do with his murder? I doubt that. That's like a...
This is medieval Facebook, this journal.
I like it. So I think I think we should go and attend to the body. That's my gut reaction. I think we need to go and
Baron.
We should really make sure we investigate that body while we have the chance.
Yes.
That's that's what I think, but you're in charge, so...
No, let's go. And we'll say, he was definitely stabbed.
He was, but there could be, we could find something on his body or something in the nearby vicinity that could give us some clues.
He might have a really weird tattoo.
You've never done a murder mystery before, have you?
There was that young chap running away, Martin.
Martin, yes. Yeah. That was suspicious. Ooh, a clue. What's this? A letter to the Baron from Prior Ferring.
Baron Rothvogel.
This is in a different This is in a language I don't know. My God. Lawrence was blackmailing Ferring to get him to perform some kind of occult ritual.
Is that German? That looks German.
Well, yeah.
I can't read German.
Hey, look!
Ooh. So let's go with our specialty.
It's one thing to read books on magic, but few are foolish enough to attempt to actually practice what's written in them. Some of the substances used in these rituals are dangerous, even lethal, and God forbid someone in the Inquisition finds out. Interesting clue we found.
I will note here that with this one we're being a bit more loosey-goosey with the voices and who does them, because there's so many, really, and characters who pop in and out.
I'll consistently do Andreas, but for the other characters...
Also, I tend to forget session to session what voice I put on for people.
You have the same voice for everyone, and it's always Hello, this is my voice for everyone when I forget their voice. It's like the Kevin
That's
voice.
how my voice sounds.
That's how all the characters in the Pale Beyond sounded. Alright, sir, let us in. Oh wait, I was doing him, but it doesn't really matter.
Andreas, this way.
Yeah, people in Bavaria, their voices change on a whim.
There you are. I'm glad the storm didn't delay you. Ominous thunderclap. Now, even though I gave instructions that I was not to be disturbed, we must work quickly. Seeing a corpse up close can be unsettling for some. I hope you're up to it.
It's alright, I've thrown up enough to voice. What was it? It's alright, I've thrown up enough to not mind it so much.
Well, that's one way to deal with it, I suppose. Just try not to splash me or the body in the process. Now then, you should probably take notes as we go. They might be useful later.
Andreas is going to take notes, right? We don't have to take notes.
Ah,
of course. Stop stealing it.
Sorry.
You've taken all the speaking lines in the whole game. You can do it. Yeah. Oh, my love, this isn't how I wanted to see you naked for the first time.
God. At least give him a loincloth.
Oh.
Give him a tactfully placed plant pot. I will begin by inspecting his anterior, starting with the face and head. No visible wounds. No blemishes. Teeth in good condition. Nothing unusual.
His teeth were in good condition. You know how rare that is.
I was going to say, for the time. Neck, shoulders, and chest are ordinary. I need to clean some blood away to examine the torso. Yes, there it is. Puncture wound between the 6th and 7th ribs. It is fairly shallow, though. I estimate it penetrated only about an inch, and it likely came from his own hand.
Interesting.
This is cool, this gradual drawing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nuremberg Inch or an Innsbruck Inch. That's the joke coming up again.
It's just...
an African swallow or a European swallow?
It's just not the time, Andreas.
Okay, what was I saying? Wait, he inflicted on himself? How can you tell?
From the angle and depth of the strike, it is as though he were holding it in his right hand as he fell on his side.
In his right hand, but it's on the left side of his body.
So which side did he fall? You must know that I was not always a monk. I was a mercenary for 10 long years in Poland. My familiarity with wounds comes from my time on the battlefield. I am no true surgeon, but I am the closest Kirsau has.
If the wound was that shallow, it doesn't sound like it could have been fatal.
It wasn't. It's likely incidental, received while falling on his own knife. He must have some other wound that issued forth all the blood we found him in.
Interesting. So he stabbed himself,
By
and
accident.
then someone else stabbed him.
But he says there's not a mark on him so far.
Then surely this must mean that Brother Piero is innocent.
It means it's incredibly unlikely that Brother Piero stabbed the Baron, but it doesn't explain what actually killed the man. Brother Piero never should have picked up that knife. I'm sure the appearance of guilt never even crossed his mind.
Of course it didn't.
Now then, let's move on. Well, there is a sore on his sex, probably from the French disease. I doubt it had anything to do with his murder.
No,
he had syphilis.
God damn it.
He had syphilis.
Our chances with this guy were
Yeah,
never grand. If he hadn't died, he had syphilis. The disease French soldiers received in the brothels of Naples.
Yes. How do you know of it?
Well...
Oh, no. Wait, do we have syphilis?
Probably.
Oh, no.
You picked hedonist.
Oh, no.
You picked hedonist.
I'm so sorry, Andreas. Oh, I see. Have you taken mercury for it?
Oh, we can decide.
Oh, I don't want syphilis,
Okay.
sorry.
I haven't suffered from it, thankfully. One must be somewhat cautious.
Not to syphilis shame, but I'd rather our character didn't have syphilis. Good.
I feel like it's more likely that we do have syphilis, but okay.
Anyway, it seems the Baron was not the most faithful husband. Not uncommon among the nobility.
Of course.
They were all ridden. Riddled, even.
Riddled. And riddling each other as well. Did I just say nothing?
Didn't say nothing. He just said he was a mercenary for 10 years. I'm sure he's seen things. Moving down. I hope he washes his hands.
That wasn't really a thing, was it?
Because he's got such syphilis. Other than a few blisters on his feet from what I assume are new shoes, there's nothing wrong with his legs. Andreas, can you help me turn him over?
Of course. Grunt an affirmation stoically. What does that even sound like?
It's very manly.
Oh. Oh, Lawrence.
Oh, Lawrence. There's a slight irregularity in his spine, possibly from an old injury. I don't think it has anything to do with how he died, though. Let's say, how could that have happened?
How could that have happened?
We don't need to be a know-it-all all the time, do we?
Yeah, we do.
I have no idea. Whatever the reason, it didn't contribute to his death. Here it is. A rather dramatic head wound.
So he died from a head wound, not a stabbing. Show us his pretty head.
The dark hair and the blood make it difficult to see, but it's quite bad.
Why don't we shave his head?
In my experience, I've never seen anyone walk away from a head wound of this severity.
How many head wounds have you seen?
Too many and not enough. As grim as it sounds, there's always more to learn. Italian doctors try to examine as many corpses as they can to fully understand the mysteries of the body. The battlefields of Poland and Lithuania aren't as ideal a learning environment as the University of Bologna. Bologna?
Bologna.
But they did provide an education of sorts.
I'd rather be treated by someone with experience than a novice with a university education.
I appreciate your confidence. The wound looks like it was caused by a single powerful blow from a blunt object. Probably no more than 4 or 5 inches across.
How can you tell?
The skull is cracked in a single spot and there's clear impression in the skin around it.
An impression?
It would take extraordinary precision to hit the same spot twice, unless the Baron were already dead. It's likely he didn't die immediately.
How long could he have survived for?
I've seen similar injuries in battle. The victims don't last more than a few minutes, but it's an agonizing death.
Oh.
Even so, he couldn't have wandered far from where the blows first struck.
So he may not have been attacked in the chapter house. Interesting.
Well, that's sad.
Yeah.
He was either attacked in the chapter house or someplace in the immediate area. That one.
The cloister?
Yes, it's possible. The cloister connects directly to the chapter house, but there's a high risk of being seen.
Where else?
Anyway, whatever killed the Baron was a blunt instrument of considerable heft. The part that impacted him was likely a little smaller than a fist.
Let's say 2.5 inches around. Perhaps a pig mallet, a joining hammer, or even a round stone 4 to 5 inches across held in the hand.
That's specific.
Estimating size, distance, and number have always come easily to me.
Hopefully your talents will help you find the murder weapon in short order. Whoever did this must have caught the Baron unaware. Save the small knife wound, he has no other injuries. I suppose that he was struck, drew his knife to defend himself, and fell on it before Brother Piero discovered him.
That sounds about right.
So, I believe we've discovered 2 important things.
The Baron was killed by a blow to the head from a heavy, blunt object.
Yes, exactly. If you can find what caused the blow, it may lead you to the killer.
We also know that Piero didn't stab the Baron.
We know that, and I suspect even the abbot knows that, but you may need more evidence to convince the archdeacon. Oh, there is one other item of interest. I found it in the Baron's jacket.
In the Baron's jacket, you
But
say?
didn't want to open it without you.
Told you. I'm so smart.
A note of some kind. I trust you to open it more carefully than I would.
Rips it in half.
What does it say?
The girl who died and the innocent with her. Matins, chapter. Just like the girl in the... What's it called? You know, the one who has the visions. And they're, like, kept locked away.
Oh, the anchorite.
Yeah, the anchorage. She was screaming about Matins.
Yes.
Chapter.
The girl? What girl? And what innocent?
One of the nuns?
It's been years since any of the nuns have died. Perhaps Mother Cecilia would remember. Can you tell who wrote it?
They're not an Italian, I can tell you that. Italian scribes use humanist script. This is a highly refined Gothic hand. As good as Adolf and Gaia, I don't think they could replicate this. Interesting.
What? Really? If not them, who?
I intend to find out.
I wish you good luck finding the answer. Now, I'm sorry to rush you, but I must ask you to leave. Every minute you stay here is additional...
Were you expecting someone? Brother Florian, could you open up? It's Werner Stoltz, the physician from Tassing.
Yes, sir. I'm in the middle of something. Could you return after supper?
I'm afraid it can't wait. Father Gurneau asked me to examine the Baron's body.
All right. Just give me a moment. Andreas, I need you to hide yourself.
Why?
You're not supposed to be in the Abbey until tomorrow, remember?
Right, but why does it matter if Werner knows I'm here?
Get behind the cupboard.
Fine. This doesn't look suspicious at all.
What a hiding space.
This guy's coming to inspect
Oh
the
my
body. He's
God.
going to see.
Ugh. Dr. Stoltz. Sorry to keep you waiting. Now, what did you need?
The abbot wanted me to examine the Baron's body before his wife arrives.
It seems unnecessary at this point, as I've just completed my own examination.
Well then, what's the harm in letting me take a look?
Dr. Stoltz, with all respect, I've finished. The cause of death is very clear. If you had arrived an hour ago, I would have had no problem with your assistance.
Assistance? I'm a university-trained physician. I can examine a corpse on my own with the help of a battlefield sawbones. Remain hidden.
Regardless of your opinions regarding my abilities, the examination is finished. If you insist upon inspecting the body anyway, I must insist the abbot tells me himself.
What? Making me bring the abbot here is a waste of time.
So is performing an examination on this corpse immediately after one was just completed.
Idiotic. I'll return with Father Gurneau presently. Ooh, wow. He's good. I like this one. Florian. He's good.
That was close. Now, quickly leave through the cloister before they return.
Of course. Thank you, Brother Florian.
Think nothing of it. I'll see you tomorrow.
Until then, it's very goodbye. We need to find the murder weapon.
It's a big chamber pot.
Nones, Vespers. That took us a few hours, didn't it? I should find someone to eat with.
Aww.
Wait, we can eat with who we want. I can't get that note out of my head. The girl who died and the innocent with her. What could it mean? And who wrote it?
I love that he always finds a friend to have lunch with. That's quite wholesome.
I wonder if that's the whole thing. Oh, look, see, we can go to the... It looks like we can have food in the guest house.
Let's do it.
But I wonder if there's, like, other places we can go to have food. Like, if I go down the map to the, to the town, do you think there'll be people to have lunch with there?
Maybe. Like, if
I'll have
you
a quick look, but if not,
chat
we
to
can have...
someone, they'll be like, come in.
Oh, yeah, look.
Yeah!
So we could have
I like
dinner
this.
all over. Well, where should we go? Do you think we could get some clues?
Yes.
We should go to Franz Bauer and Widow Kemperin's house.
Yes, we should.
Maybe we could get some knowledge from them.
Is Widow Kemperin who cursed?
Yes, that's one of us. That's one of our suspects.
Careful, she might curse us.
Can't
be too careful these days.
I fear not.
Maybe she cursed him with the sif. Oh, look at those little chicken huts.
Hey, Franz.
Hey, Mela, you seen my son? Ooh, does it sound like we're stirring shit?
I don't know.
Okay, let's just go for it.
I saw him running from the Abbey this morning, actually.
That fucking rat. That layabout was asleep when I went into the fields. He told his mother he was sick. Did he say anything to you? Like where he was going?
He told me to take care of myself.
Huh? What the hell is that supposed to mean? Must be his mother's influence. He sure as shit didn't learn that behaviour from me. They can tell. If you see him again, will he tell Kat? She's driving me crazy about it.
I'll let Kat know if I run into him.
Good. Until later, Mela.
Until then. So, how do we have supper? It says we can have supper here. Meal. Yeah.
Can we go in the house?
Feed us. There we go.
Mela, you should come to supper at my table.
I'd like that, thank you. Lead the way.
Good.
Okay. There she is. One of them.
Look at that baby.
I can't
It's like
actually
a
remember
bean.
which... Okay, shall we swap around? Shall I do Franz and you do the ladies?
Okay.
Bless us, O Lord, and these your gifts which we are about to receive from your bounty. Through Christ our Lord. Amen.
Amen. Shaman.
Amen. You're a respectful man, Andreas. Your parents discipline you.
This looks tasty.
It does, actually.
Are these like pasties? They look good, don't they? And then like,
yeah.
It looks like turnip and... Sorry, I'm analysing the food.
They tried. Thought as much. That's the secret to well-behaved children. A firm hand. Ooh, what have we got?
Let's eat a pasty.
I have no idea what I just ate. It clicked on it for me. Spare the rod and spoil the child. That's what the Bible says. It also says fathers shouldn't provoke their children to anger, lest they be discouraged. Did I ask you? Maybe if Wolf cried less, Mon wouldn't have felt the need to run off.
I'm sorry, I'll try to keep him quiet.
This goddamn racket has given me a headache.
There you go, sweet boy.
That's her. That's who we need to talk to. Humph. Finally. It's too goddamn cold in here. Cat, you'll get some firewood after the meal. Okay.
Let's have a pasty.
It won't let me move.
Oh, I want a pasty.
There we go. Okay.
I want a pasty.
We've got salmon hand pie.
Oh, yes. That
Oh,
sounds...
that's it. I don't know what the other thing was.
That sounds amazing.
2 halves of salmon hand pie.
Yes, of course. Only...
What? You've got an excuse now. Little tummy ache, need to lie down.
I worry Attilia will come back.
Attilia? Who is Attilia? Oh wait, the Widow Kemperin. That's who we need to be. The Widow Kemperin? Has she been bothering you?
I found her collecting firewood in our land. I asked her to leave because...
Because I pay the goddamn taxes on that firewood.
And she shouted at me, quite forcefully.
Oh, it's Italia Kemperin we need to talk to, not these people. She's going through a difficult time. Soon she'll have to forfeit her home. Oh, that's not my fucking problem, is it? If you wanted to keep her house, she should have had a few more sons. That lies in God's hands, doesn't it? Cat did. Why couldn't that old brat? You tell him, Cat. Let's eat the other half of its pie. Beginning to regret coming to supper here.
Sorry. Come now, little bear, it's all right. You're a good boy, aren't you? Talk to the baby as if it's a dog. Good boy.
I'm sure Atilia would have had a son if she could have chosen to.
Andreas, just forget it.
Tell him!
I prayed daily for a son, and then I had Martin.
That's right, just as I told you. You and Hetty both. If my brother's wife could make the Lord hear her, that old witch could have done the same. Ooh, this guy's a prick. I don't like him.
Yeah, this is a very stressful dinner. Oh, Martin's all right. He usually comes back by now.
Shiftless, good-for-nothing malingerer. He better come back so I can beat the pants off him. Johan will never let his boy get away with this shit. My brother knows how to raise an obedient son. Speaking of malingering, we've all got work to do. Enough sitting around.
Well, the pie was great, but the company's been horrible.
Yeah. Thank you for welcoming me to your table. It was illuminating. Humph. Good of you to come. Complete.
That aged me.
Yeah, that was stressful. Sorry I put us through that.
It's okay.
What did we even learn?
We learned the widow Kemperin is bothering other people. Well,
I should get some sleep.
And she should have prayed for more sons. According to that guy.
Next to Franz Bowers. Well, that's where we... Oh, okay. We spoke to the wrong people. Her house...
Oh, well. At least the pie was good.
...is here. This is her place. These wood carvings are quite curious.
Yeah, they are. Look at them. They're fun.
This is the widow. Right, okay. So this is where we need to come...
Look at those Blair Witch...
Yeah,
those Blair Witch bloody...
but you know what you need to carve wood? Some kind of...
Small object.
Well, a sharp object, I suppose, like a chisel.
Yeah.
Or like a wood chisel, you know?
Yeah.
It's getting late. I should get some rest.
Is that our jockstrap hanging up there?
I don't know.
It's just...
Yawn. Oh, that was a disappointing yawn. So what did we learn? It wasn't the knife that killed him.
No.
It was
a small...
Hello, you little shit.
And, Stare at this child, no.
Good morning. Oh, it's not morning. It's the middle of the night, Ursula. What are you doing up here?
Stab.
What? I see. Would you like me to tell you a story? Would that help you sleep? There was once a little girl, about your age, who was sold with a basket of oranges. A man had to pay rent to the king every year. The cost was 4 baskets of oranges. This was in Italy, of course. You don't even know what an orange is. Anyway, the man's young daughter had hair the same colour as yours, same as an orange. And the man didn't have enough oranges to pay the rent, so he put his daughter in the 4th basket. He covered her with oranges and sent the baskets to the king. When the king's servants found the little girl, the king told them to raise her as a servant. They called her Arancetta, like a little orange. You don't know Italian, so that doesn't mean anything to you, but it's very cute. Anyway, As the girl grew older, the king's son, the prince, fell in love with her. But the other servants were jealous, and they gave her free and
Golfalo.
Anyway, they were very happy together. Okay then, good night. I mean, she didn't understand that story, surely. Prime! Time for work.
Did that child say stab?
She did say stab.
I'm concerned.
Time to get back to work. I don't want to go to sleep. Okay, let's go. Hey there, you little shit.
Andreas.
Any food for me?
She's still cutting that leek. She's been at that for days.
It's a different leek each day.
Oh, man. Hello, Andreas.
Morning. I hope the day is treating you well.
Well enough, though there's not much to do, not enough hours to do it all.
Too much to do.
There's too much to do, not enough hours to do it all.
If only it was the other way around.
The storm made such a mess of the town, and there's the leaks in the roof at home, and then there's all that wool. Lord.
And then there's the leek that Clara's been cutting.
The endless leek.
Are the ewes so near to lambing already?
You noticed? Yes, they're just about due, so we sheared them last week. What a trial that was. I must have spent ages washing it all. Have you ever smelled wet, dirty wool? It's nothing worse. Now that it's clean, we've got to spin it, and that takes an age all its own. Lord, I don't know where I'll find the time.
Won't Clara help you?
Certainly. Sometimes I forget you're from Nuremberg, Andreas. Clara, Hetty, Veronica, Kat, even little Ursula will be there, even though she makes mischief more than she helps. At least the work goes quickly with women working together. Lively conversation helps pass the time. Sometimes we even get visitors.
I could be a visitor.
Don't you let Clara catch you talking to me like that. Too bad other men in this town won't follow your example. You're welcome to come. I'm sure the others would be glad of your company too. Johann Bauer will be there to keep an eye on us. As long as you stay outside, I can't see what harm you visiting would cause.
All right, count me in.
I'm pleased to hear it. Everyone will be glad to see you, and I always appreciate your company.
Ah, shucks.
We meet at Johann Bauer's home. Come in the morning or afternoon and speak to Johann. I should get back to work. It was a pleasure running into you, Andreas.
Oh, the pleasure was entirely mine.
You relentless flirt. Keep your voice down. Is she married? Are we flirting with a married
I
woman?
have no clue. Let's check the glossary.
Suddenly
Let's
was like,
check
is
the
she
glossary.
married? Oh dear.
Let's check people. What's she called? That was Eva, wasn't
Eva,
it?
yeah. Or Ava.
Eva, whatever. Eva, there she is. Daughter of Peter Gertner and his late wife, Christine, Eva was
Okay.
largely raised by her brother and father.
That's okay.
Alright, yeah.
As long as her husband isn't going to come and beat us up.
Has Eva got any food? Not for Eva. Has Clara got any food for us? Ah!
She's got a leak, an endless leak. I hope we see you the spinning bee, Andreas.
I have no idea what that means. What did we just agree to? I forgot what that conversation was about.
I forgot everything. No thoughts, only flirt.
Was it the sheep
Brain
shearing?
go burr.
Alright, time to get to work. Ah, the little... so the... magnifying glasses are places to investigate.
I see.
So we've got... John Bauer's farm. I can't remember why. The town commons. Oh, that's the... that'll be Lucky. Franz Bauer. That's so we can see Widow Kemper in. Alright. But I believe currently we have to head to work, don't we? Some of the peasant... Oh, that's what it is. Some of the peasant women have invited me to spend wool with them and share a little gossip about the town. I could learn something about who would have wanted to kill Lawrence. The women meet at John Bauer's house just off the commons. I should let Johann know I want to attend. Okay.
Johann, I want to go hang out with all the single ladies.
Oh, the single ladies. Oh, the single ladies. Stonemason. Okay. Yeah, let's go talk to Johann. Johann, Johann, Johann. There he is.
There he is.
You can do Johann.
Andreas, was just wondering when you turned up. The gaggle said you'd come to watch them spin. Between you and me, Hetty's not about to let you go once she's got you in her claws. So I hope you've got a few hours to hunker down and get comfortable.
It's all right. I don't have syphilis.
We should have told Ava. That would have been a good... That's a good flirt line, isn't it? You know, I don't have syphilis.
I'm happy to spare a few hours.
Hetty'll be glad to hear it. She's got a fondness for you, heaven knows why. Now, I can't let you inside among the unmarried girls, being unmarried yourself. But you're welcome to watch through one of the windows.
What a weird world we live in. Very sensible. You wouldn't want me stealing all their hearts after all.
You joke, but I expect you to behave yourself. I won't give them syphilis through the window.
Okay, remember why we are here. To get information about why someone would want to kill Lawrence.
Oh my goodness, this is the saddest part
Hetty's
ever.
Hetty's the one that's got a thing for us.
Look at the little kitten.
I see
Look at it. Did you hear it? Did you hear it?
I did, yeah.
Mewed. Okay, Hetty's the one who's got a thing for us.
Yeah.
Ava
is the one on the left, and then there's Clara. That's a cat on the far right, and I have no idea who that is in the middle.
Clara finally was liberated from her leak.
Yes.
That idiot never did see trouble. He didn't want to jump in feet first. You don't think he's gone to Innsbruck?
Who are we talking about?
We were discussing my cousin, Martin.
Oh, fucking Martin.
Even though my mum says we're not supposed to.
Look at little Ursula.
It's different when I do it.
Veronica, don't argue with your mother.
That's not fair.
And no backtalk.
Sorry, Dad. Anyway, I doubt Martin's gone to Innsbruck. That's small time to the little shit now. You think he has something more exciting in mind? It's a big world. Perhaps he tends to explore it. Or escape. That nobleman was just murdered up at the Abbey.
They were just murdered up at the Abbey. She's having a great time.
Martin picked an awfully convenient time to run off. Oh, Lord.
Do you want me to do any of these?
Andreas was friends with a nobleman. Do you think Martin could have, you know...
What motivation could Martin have possibly had?
It's not our place to say. Martin has a nasty little habit.
Is her thing covered in blood? Why does it look like it's covered in blood?
I think it's just the colour of it.
Oh.
She's got yellow ones.
Ah, I see.
He's gotten better.
Once a thief, always a thief, I say. I saw Martin running away from the Abbey the morning Lawrence was killed.
God, no.
Spread gossip.
Martin might be a thief, but I don't think he's a murderer. He's a coward at heart. You think it takes a brave man to commit a murder?
Not a brave man, but a bold one, and Martin is not that.
He's your problem, Cat. What do you think? Could he have killed that man? Mom?
This is a matter best left to the proper authorities, not a spinning bee. Imagine being tried by a gaggle of peasant women.
That's unkind, Johann.
It's the truth, isn't it? Doesn't matter if it hurts your feelings. She's right, Johann. You're being unfair. Remind me, Andreas. Whose home are we in?
Oh, lay off him, Johann. Jesus. Andreas, if you're just going to stand around, how about I put you to work?
If you're going to gossip with the girls, you might as well spin with them too.
Get spinning.
Okie dokie. How does this work?
Draft wool from the distaff and twist it tight, then spin the tight yarn onto the spindle.
I don't know what any of those words meant.
No. Once there's enough yarn on the spindle, collect it at the bottom and begin again. Draft, twist, spin, collect, repeat. You'll figure it out. Very clear.
Draft,
Twist, spin, repeat. Draft, twist, spin, repeat.
How do I...
Draft.
Oh, hell.
Draft. Oh,
Yeah,
said.
Shit.
Spin. Draft, twist, spin. Draft, twist, spin. Draft, twist, spin.
Well, it keeps missing the
Oh.
like it keeps taking away the I've got it. I kept taking away the button prompts. Yeah, look at me go.
Do you know, I took Ursula to play with Gret's daughter the other day. And there was a strange man in the bakery.
Was he polite to you? I can't believe Ulrich would stand for anything less.
He was very reserved. Dark skin, quite tall, wearing a tunic.
Isn't that one of the guys who was in the Abbey?
Ursula and the kitten. He liked the rye bread, I remember. Who is this man? Why am I just now hearing about this? I believe he's staying at the Abbey.
Yes, it is. I know who they're talking about.
That must be Brother Sebat. Brigitta and I saw him walking up there after visiting the shops. He seemed lost. Where's he from? Does he speak German? Christ, I hate being the last to know.
What was it? Draft? Twist?
Spin, repeat. Draft, twist, 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 spin, repeat. You can do it. I believe in you. Way.
Christ almighty.
You know, I saw Big Jorg talking to that nun again. The young one.
Who can blame him?
God damn it, Johann. He knows she's trouble. I told him to stay away. She's very pretty, isn't she? In like a mean way. Pretty perhaps, but a nun all the same. He knows better. When has that ever stopped Big Jorg from doing anything? We have plenty of pretty girls here in town. My Veronica's not half bad. Mum?
Mum? Let's not give Andreas any ideas, eh? Oh no, don't make me do it again. Draft?
Twist, spin, repeat. Draft, twist, spin, repeat. This does look complicated.
Haha! I don't think it is draft, twist, spin. It's draft, 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 spin, spin, spin. Then jack it off.
Just copy what Ursula's doing. She's got it sussed.
Yeah.
Brigitta has been spending a lot of time at her mother's house lately.
Who's Brigitte? No idea. Never met
Hat
her.
lady. Agnes is glad to have her home, and Lucky's always treated her like a daughter, but I can tell they're concerned.
Alright, let's get on to the topic of Lucky. This is one of the suspects.
Are Brigitta and Martin having trouble, Veronica? That's one word for it. Brigitta does what she can, but nothing pleases Martin. He won't lift a finger for her or Wolf. He's such an asshole.
Well, that's not his business, is it? Women's work and all that.
You ever see him doing much men's work, Dad?
Can't say I've ever seen him do much work at all.
Perhaps Lucky can talk some sense into Martin. He's always been a devoted husband and father.
Lucky is Martin's dad. Lucky Steiner is the model of what a man should be. Alright. Draft. Spin. Draft. Spin. Collect.
Way.
Easy fucking Pete. Look at him, you're a pro.
Oh, who's this guy? Oh, it's that guy.
Otto. Is everyone behaving themselves in here?
Oh, it's you. Afternoon, Otto. Come to see anyone special?
Well, he's the one that's flirting with Eva, I think.
Hello, Otto. It's good to see you.
I heard laughing from the road and knew you all had to be up to no good in here. And look, there's Andreas. Have you been minding your manners? Old Johann here's a real stickler for propriety. Hand to God, Master Zimmerman, not once in my life. Likely story. Don't be so quick to judge, Johann. Andreas carries himself like a man who's caused his share of mischief. What can I say? I like to have a good time. Too much time carousing, not enough working. You've got the arms of a maiden. We all know how you work hard in the fields, Johann. No need to boast.
He works hard in other places too. Mum? You've been in town a few months, Andreas. Got any burning questions you've been meaning to ask?
Ooh, tassing maybe? Is this to do with... about tassing?
The anchoress?
Ooh, yes. The anchoress in the church. Do you know much about her?
Oh, Sister Amelie.
That's her name, Sister Amelie. She's the one who was screaming.
You know her, Veronica? We're not dear friends or anything, but sometimes she has these, like, fits, you know?
He's like fit there, proper fits there.
And if Father Thomas isn't there and I have time, I'll wait with her till he arrives. Since when? I didn't know anything about this. Ah, near I thought you just adored the church building. You're so funny, Veronica. Don't make it sound weird. She's nice, and someone should be there when she's in pain, that's all.
I mean, that's a special one. Mm-hmm. The life of an anchoress is difficult and can be quite lonely. I'm sure she appreciates the company.
Father Thomas has reprimanded me for speaking to her. Surprised he hasn't done the same to you, Veronica. Oh, I just make sure he doesn't know. Blood sacrament! What have I told you about disrespecting the father?
Will you stop your cursing, woman?
No!
She's been in Tassing for near on a decade, hasn't she?
Since I was a girl, certainly. We've grown up with her in a way. The woman in the maze. It's like something from a tale of knights and monsters. She's trapped in a box. I don't think there's anything romantic about that. Aren't you a little know-it-all? I didn't realise you were an expert. Come on, Andreas. Surely you've got better questions than that.
There wasn't anything to ask about Lucky and Tassing. Which one do you think? The Abbey or Tassing again?
Let's look at what the Abbey. Abbey.
Clara mentioned the abbot has suddenly started raising taxes.
Raising them and changing their terms, yes. When Father Matthias was the abbot, he would let us pay a portion of our taxes in crops.
Naturally, the shit-for-brains abbot put an end to that this year.
Even if our crops fail or produce less than we'd like, we still owe the abbey for the use of the land. Doesn't make any sense. How can he raise our taxes when the price for grain does not rise too? Where does he think the money comes from?
He doesn't think about the common folk at all. It's not his... If it's not his abbey, it's not his problem. But it isn't his problem. He's the abbot, not the mayor. And if the abbot hadn't raised our taxes, I'd have been able to expand my farm. Then I wouldn't be in the hole to Lenhard fucking Mueller when my wheat underproduced. But I wouldn't expect you to understand. What about the miller? Doesn't he have some part to play in that? Lenhard drives a hard bargain. He won't give us a better deal just because the abbot raises our taxes. What we need is access to more land. Trying to bargain with Lenhard won't get us that.
Leonard is not a kind man, and he does not negotiate. He might if you carry a lot of debt, but his bargains are cruel. We pay him even before the abbot, though I'm not sure why. Good. I have nothing Christian to say about Leonard Mueller, so I'll say nothing at all. Except that I hope he falls into a fast-moving river during a flood and dashes his brains on the rocks.
Jesus Christ, Hetty.
Can we talk about something else? I don't know about you girls, but I'm sick of this wool. I'm sure we've all got other chores to get to. I'm glad to have that over with. Now I don't have to think about wool for a whole year. Oh, I was having such a nice time. I certainly learned a lot.
Care for an escort home, Eva?
I'd like that, yes.
I expect everyone will be on their best behaviour going home.
They always are. Johann, please. Andreas, will I see you home for supper?
Maybe not.
Should we be non-committal?
Whatever.
Yeah, we've got work to do. Should we just say
Which
that?
one?
Perhaps.
Perhaps. I'm not sure what my plans are this evening. This was very illuminating. Thank you all for letting me join you.
Thanks for coming by, Andreas. Come back any time.
Unless you come on Abbey business. Don't threaten him with a good time, Johann. Prime. Did we just not go to work today? Sext. Where should we go? Up to the Abbey, maybe?
Yeah, let's go up to the Abbey.
Okay.
I think we should steal Otto's girl.
Well, apparently we have a woman back home waiting
Oh,
for us.
yeah. But is that like his girlfriend who lives in Canada?
Yeah.
You know, is that one of that?
Oh, can we talk to her?
Ooh. You want something?
Apparently not.
Oh, hello.
Do you have any blunt instruments? What's this? This must be Rannick's cane. It's strong, sturdy, and here the head is broken off. The break looks recent. Could Attilia have used this cane to kill Lawrence? Attilia, your husband's cane is broken. Do you remember how that happened?
How should I know? Everything in here is broken and falling apart. The head broke off at some point. I don't remember how.
Alright. Rannick's broken cane.
Could it be the murder weapon?
Maybe. Let's see if she's got anything. Wood carvings are quite curious. Yes, indeed they are.
I have a feeling they'll be significant later.
Who can we dine with here? So there's the guest house. Who are these people? Oh my goodness.
Oh my goodness.
Hello there. Wait. This must be the Baron's wife.
It's the Lorax.
Hey there.
I speak for the trees.
Don't you have the cutest little beard? Yes, he's a good little boy. Wait, do you think this is the Baron's wife?
Maybe. Oh!
Hold on, let's,
Who are you?
Yes, yeah, she is.
I would like to talk to you about my late husband.
Should we have dinner with her?
Yes.
Of course, please lead the way.
Thank you. Please sit. Bless us, O Lord, and these your gifts, which we are about to receive from your bounty. Through Christ our Lord. Amen.
We're eating well. Amen.
Ooh, yes. What a lunch.
Look at that.
I find myself rather out of place here without the comfort of the Baron. Thank you for agreeing to share a meal with me, Master Mailer.
Of course. The honor is mine. Ooh. Oh my goodness.
Oh.
What should we say? It's a terrible thing what happened to the Baron.
It has given me the shock of my life. I am trying to find comfort where I can in my ladies and the Lord.
Ooh, quail,
Oh,
emmental cheese and
yes.
wheat bread, frumenti. I don't even know what that is.
This looks unreal.
It does actually look really good. What do you want
Chicken, cheese, and bread. Those are the main food groups.
to eat? Cheese and bread. Yeah.
Yeah. Not that there's much comfort to be found in these cold and dreary alpine towns. Lorenz and I had meant to take a tour of them before returning home to Worms, but, well, return we shall.
I'm sorry for your loss, my lady.
This sorrow is just the first of many, I'm afraid. Are you married yourself, Master Mailer? Go on.
Not yet. There's so much of the world I've yet to see, if you take my meaning.
Perhaps it's no surprise you and Lorenz became fast friends. I imagine he saw something of himself in you.
I would have liked to have seen something of himself in me as well.
Oh, my. He even gave you one of his pins. He must have been quite fond of you. Oh, no,
Rarely have I met someone with such a depth of knowledge and a thirst for debate.
His thirsts were not limited to his scholarly pursuits, regrettably. His lusts for drink and women once afflicted him with great remorse, though such shame faded with time. Lorenz was a flawed man. His various infidelities were no secret to me. But are we not all flawed before Christ? I eat my quail.
Have some quail. Oh, is that all I ate?
I loved him as a wife should properly love her husband. But I would not say that we were friends.
That's sad.
I only hope his appetites are not what led him to this end.
I've been searching for the answer to that quandary myself.
Were you and Lorenz so close that you would trouble yourself so?
I fear the abbot and the archdeacon will be led to inaccurate conclusions by circumstantial evidence. My mentor, Brother Piero, was found with the Baron's body, but I do not believe he killed your husband.
If not him, then who?
There are many possibilities, both here at the Abbey and in town. Your husband managed to cultivate many enemies in his short time here.
That does sound like Lorenz. He was a man of many opinions, and he gave them freely, to all who would listen, and some who would not. The previous abbot, Father Matthias, seemed to appreciate that about him. This new abbot is, perhaps, more conservative.
Father Matthias was an open-minded man, from all I've heard. A true scholar. Father Godno doesn't share Matthias's passion for the written word, yet endures the expense of it.
To be put in such a position would make any man unhappy. I understand. I wonder what he will make of Lorenz's gift to the Abbey.
Oh, the book.
He had found a book about the history of Tassing. He believed it contained some scandalous details. He said it corroborated fears Father Matthias had expressed, but he didn't share the particulars with me.
Do you have a sense of what the scandals involved?
Beyond the broad basket of Tassing's history, I cannot say. My understanding is that this community is quite old. I'm sorry I can't be of more help. I have some education, but I lack my husband's thirst for knowledge. If you find the book, hopefully its significance will be apparent.
That's the one that went missing. If God wills it. Do you plan to stay in Tassing long?
Only so long as it takes the Archdeacon to investigate my husband's murder. Though the circumstances of my time here are dire, I'm in no hurry to return. You are a disarming man, Master Mailer, and much too easy to talk to.
You're not the first to tell me so.
That does not surprise me. To be frank, I do not know what will become of me when I return to Worms. My title and residence may be in jeopardy. Lorenz and I have a son, but he is young yet. I don't know many of the legalities, only that my position is at some risk.
You are in a difficult position, my lady. I will pray for your happiness.
As will I, Master Mailer. I'm sorry to cut our conversation short, but I fear I must rest.
Of course. You've had a long day.
With many yet to come, I fear. Be well, Master Mailer. And whatever anyone says of my husband, I'm certain he appreciated your friendship.
Nuns. One day remains. Wow, we don't have a lot of time, do we? Jeez. Time to get back to work. We need to find that book. Let's have a look around. Can we even go up here? Abbot House. Locked. What's our next lead? We could search around the close to see if maybe we could find the murder weapon, but I don't really know what the odds of that are. Plenty of weapons. Isn't there? Is his name Wokejas? No, Wordslav.
I was laughing at that guy's hair. Sorry, Andreas, can't let you down there.
Down where?
Father Gano doesn't want anyone talking to Brother Piero before the Archdeacon arrives.
What am I going to do? Elope with him?
I know.
Just a few minutes.
I really shouldn't.
But you're going to. You know, I can't let this go. I won't let this go. Hey, we persuaded him.
Damn it, Andreas. You have 2 minutes.
Piero, oh, they've just locked him in the basement.
With the cabbages
That's
and the
so
sausages.
Mean.
It's like it's the Evil Dead.
Oh.
They've just stuck him in the...
Yeah.
Andreas, you shouldn't be down here.
I know, but I wanted to make sure you were alright.
I'm fine, my son. Should not worry about me.
I'm going to prove to the Archdeacon that someone else killed the Baron.
Do not trouble yourself over an old man, Andreas. I have lived a long and good life in service to the Lord. Trust in the judgment of the Archdeacon, and above all else, in Providence. Even if I am condemned in body, I am saved in spirit. Now then, leave me be. I will be all right.
I need to ask him questions. Before I leave, can you tell me what happened?
What happened? Why? I don't know. I wanted to speak with Father Abbot about the Baron's commission, but to tell him that I had full faith in your abilities. I went through the chapter house instead of exiting directly to the garden so I could avoid some of the rain. Perhaps it would have been better to have endured.
What happened in the chapter house?
I saw the Baron's body in the middle of the room. When I went to his side, I tried to rouse him. Sounds foolish, but it was then that I noticed the blood. I picked up the knife. It was near the Baron's hand. And then I heard Brother Matteo's voice asking me what happened. You and the others found me after that.
Did you see anything or anyone in the chapter house? Anything that could suggest the real murderer?
No, nothing that I remember.
God damn it.
I'm sorry, Andreas. I wish I could be of more help to you, to the abbot.
No, you have nothing to apologize for.
I appreciate what you are trying to do, but I do not endanger your future on my account. Now please, leave me before you and Brother Wojslav draw the abbot's ire.
Take care, Brother Piero.
God be with you.
Well...
God bless you, Andreas.
Hello.
Hello. Like how his hello has just followed you through.
Can I get into the prior's house? What's this? What is this? A volvel. I've seen these before in astronomy and medical tracts. What's this one for?
Thought he would have seen plenty of those in Italy, you know what I mean?
Stop it, you! 2 wheels. The top wheel has Greek letters and holes cut out to reveal Latin letters underneath. And the outer edge of the lower wheel is divided into 4 sections, each bearing an elemental symbol. Greek, Latin, and elemental symbols. It's obvious someone with occult interests fashioned this. A quarter turn of the upper disc aligns a different elemental symbol with the top of the lower disc. Given the number of letters and the size of the discs, there's enough space for a total of 4 versions of the Latin alphabet. This must relate to the Greek letters I found in Ferrick's book. I need to compare them. But these symbols aren't the same. The elements don't appear in the cipher, and the astrological symbols aren't on the volvel. There has to be some connection between them that I'm missing. If I could find some way into the library, I'm sure there's a book I could use to figure this out. Sister Luminata is in there most of the day. Perhaps I can find a way in after dark. And if all else fails, perhaps I could ask Werner Stoltz. He lives off of the North Commons. I have a sense he doesn't like me much, but I'll find a way to get the information out of him. Interesting. What's this? A letter. There are deep indentations in this parchment. Whoever wrote on the page above it must have been angry. I wonder if I could make a charcoal rubbing of this page and reveal the content of the writing.
Ooh.
Yeah! Look at me go. Baron Rof... It's about Baron Rofagel.
Ooh.
It's about Lawrence. A clue. Come on. Oh, I wish it was revealing more space, but whatever. Signed... Ferenc. Aha! Clear as an alpine day. It's a letter to the Baron from Prior Ferenc. This must be where Ferenc wrote the letter I found in the guest house. Lawrence was blackmailing Ferenc. It's the same text. Interesting. So if anyone would have good reason to kill him, it would be Ferenc. Someone was in a hurry to get rid of this parchment. Smells recent. Probably wasn't burned more than a day ago.
Oh, man.
I found the burner. It's unclear what the contents of the note were, but it was written in purple ink with exceptionally fine lettering. The same writing that we found on the Baron's corpse.
Mm.
The Inquisitors.
So what was that? The Ferenc would not...
With what?
The letter that we've just
basically
transcribed through a rubbing.
I think Lawrence was trying to blackmail Ferenc into performing some kind of ritual for him.
And Ferenc was saying, I cannot do that.
Yeah, basically. Now, somehow I need to get into the library. Hey, Ferenc.
Oh, Andreas. What an awful time. Awful time. A baron murdered at Chiasau. These are dark days indeed. Brother Piero, I admit I would never have thought him the type. What could have possessed him?
The devil can make monsters of even the holiest men, Prior Ferenc. But Piero?
All men are weak to Satan's temptations, Andreas. Even old men. But you have come to me for a reason. Do you need something?
Probably shouldn't have... Should we confront him on any of this, or will this just kind of... This is... I don't know. Because this is all like, oh, we've been snooping around.
Yeah.
But I don't know, what do you think? We could ask him about it, but...
I mean, you could ask him about the scriptorium, because that's not... That we would just happen to be there. That's not... Oh, we've been snooping around your...
See how he reacts.
Yeah.
You rushed into the scriptorium and hit something strange at your desk.
Pardon? And why were you sneaking about the scriptorium?
I was already there. Why are you trying to distract me?
Because you insist on prying into matters that are not your business, and I grow weary of it. Let us seek a common understanding, Master Mailer, as two brothers in Christ.
Please, let's. I love to understand things.
The scriptorium is my domain, and you are a guest here. And so long as that is true, I do not answer to you, but the abbot only. Is that clear?
I suppose.
Praise be. Will that be all from you, then?
I've had a few more questions, if you don't mind.
Be quick about it. Shall we just not poke the bee's nest?
Don't know. Up to you.
Yeah, it's not.
Actually, never mind.
Then I must return to my duties.
Is the book still there? Yeah, defensive and evasive. He was, wasn't he? Crypt.
Ooh.
Creepy. The foundations of the abbey were built when the Romans occupied this land, not long after the death of Christ. These tomb markers go back centuries, all the way to the founding of the abbey. Abbot Dietrich from the height of Kiesel's power in the 14th century. Those days have long passed. What's up? A lovely relief of the Virgin and Child. Shame it's hidden down here. Why can I move around? What's... That was it! Now what? What was it? Oh, a secret way into the library! The sisters might be in the library right now. I need to wait until Compline. I found that completely by accident. I assume someone is supposed to tell us about that.
You see, fiddling with things.
Yeah, let's
is
go
the way
touch
to go.
everything we find. Ooh, feverfew. That and its juices are especially good for hangovers. I'm just snooping now. I'm looking for clues.
There she is.
Cecilia.
God bless you, Andreas.
God bless you, Mother Cecilia.
Is there something I can help you with?
I noticed that you took the sisters inside when I walked up with the Baron.
What concern is it of it is yours?
Given that the Baron was just murdered, it seems worth inquiring about the cause.
Why? Do you not trust in the abbot's judgment?
It's not that. I just want to understand what's happened.
As do I. I share concerns over the abbot's assumptions about Brother Piero's guilt, but you must be careful about how you proceed. The abbot does not want anything to interfere with the Archdeacon's investigation. That includes you.
Then help me.
Help you what? Blame someone else for the murder?
Well, yeah. You know that Piero didn't murder the Baron. It had to have been someone else.
I will not condemn someone else to death.
In doing nothing, you are allowing Brother Piero to die. Is that any better?
I am simply a nun. Why do you think I can help you?
You know what happens at this abbey better than anyone.
Better than the abbot?
The abbot sees only the brothers' side. You need to watch over the sisters and know what's happening with the brothers.
True. All right. I did have reason to be concerned about Baron Rothfagel's presence. The Baron caused irreparable harm to one of the sisters on his last visit. The damage was severe enough that she had to leave us for some time.
Do you think it's the sister in the anchorage? What kind of harm?
Irreparable. That is why I removed the sisters from his presence as soon as I could.
Which sister? Can I speak with her?
No, Andreas. I don't think that would be appropriate.
Alright, this doesn't help me much if I don't know what happened or to whom.
I understand this is less information than you likely wanted, but I do not think I can tell you any more in good conscience. Trust me when I say that the victim of this incident could not have killed the Baron.
I need more than that. Are there any records on her? On what happened?
Yes. We keep records on all the sisters in the library. Not that it does you any good. You're not allowed.
If only we knew of some secret entrance.
Could I ask Sister Illuminata to see them?
She won't give them to you. Our records aren't available for outsiders to look through.
Let's not. Well, Sister Illuminata didn't tell us that. Why are we revealing this information? Should we be honest?
Yeah, go on, see what happens.
I could sneak in on my own, you know. I found the secret entrance in the crypt.
Don't try it. You'll be caught, and you'd be lucky if the abbot only banished you from the abbey until Judgment Day.
Why would we tell her that? You're probably right. God bless you, Mother Cecilia.
May God bless you, Andreas Mailer.
Interesting. What did we learn? He caused irreparable damage to one of the sisters. Gertrude. Matilda.
God bless you, Master Mailer.
Sister Matilda, how are you doing?
Brother Cecilia doesn't like us talking to men unless it's necessary to perform our work.
Forgive me. Sorry to bother you.
Thank you, Master Mailer.
Why didn't you even give us the option?
Master Mailer?
Yes, it's me, sister.
Do you think Brother Piero really murdered the Baron?
No, of course not.
Oh, then why did Father Abbot have him put into the cellar?
I don't know the answer to that, Sister Margaret. I'm sorry.
Do you think the devil could appear here at Kearsau?
If the devil could appear to Christ at Gethsemane, he can appear to us anywhere.
I didn't see the devil, but I think I smelled his odour.
Go on.
The night before the Baron was killed, I woke before matins and I smelled something in our dormitory. It was strange. Moss and sulphur mixed with frankincense and roses. It moved through the room. I wanted to scream, but I was too frightened. And then it was gone. I'm ashamed I didn't cry out, but I didn't know what to do.
Did any of the other sisters smell it?
I don't know, but I think they were all asleep.
Thank you, Sister Margaret.
God bless you, Master Mailer.
That could be connected to the murder, I suppose. Look! Mousefinger!
Mousefinger.
Mousefinger! Look at this cat.
Look at those squirrels.
They're just really chill, aren't they? Is that a red squirrel and a grey squirrel?
Yeah,
I thought they famously murdered each other.
No, well, the grey squirrels
This shovel has blood on it.
carry a disease that kills the red squirrels.
This shovel has blood on the blade. Not normal. I think Sister Matilda uses it in the garden. I should ask her about it. Anything in here? Sister Gertrude dries and stores all of her herbs here. Sophie. God bless you.
God bless you, Master Mailer.
May I ask you some questions, Sister Matilda?
You know Mother Cecilia doesn't like us talking to men unless it's truly necessary.
I have to ask you about your shovel.
The garden shovel, I wouldn't say it's mine, belongs to the Abbey. I just use it more than the other sisters.
There's blood on it.
I recently used it to kill baby rabbits in the garden. The other sisters are too squeamish to do it.
That is so cruel.
I didn't clean it because it was going right back in the dirt anyway. But why bring up the shovel? Ah, I understand. No, I didn't use it to kill the Baron. A man is not a rabbit.
Sister Matilda, did you receive a strange note recently?
Yes. How did you know?
Others have received notes as well. What did it say?
Here. Look for yourself.
Another note. With the purple writing.
Remember what he did, the violence you suffered, the red bird flies, Matins, chapter.
Someone sent out notes. Rofogel, the red bird.
I found it in my bed in the nun's dormitory. You can keep it if you'd like.
In your bed? Who could have put it there?
The only people allowed beyond the garden are the sisters. I can't imagine any of them making this. Mother Cecilia and Sister Illuminata have beautiful handwriting, but both of them have been so kind to me.
Thank you for your time, sister.
God bless you, Master Mailer.
She found it in her bed. And the blind sister said she smelled someone coming into the room.
Mm-hmm.
So I think this murder was definitely... I think it was premeditated. Whoever did this, they knew what they were doing. So someone's been giving out these notes. Which to me does suggest that it's... I don't know. Something strange going on. Should we go into town and see about finding Lucky?
Yeah, let's do that.
Here he is, Lucky.
Hello, Andreas. Something you need?
How are you doing, Lucky? You don't talk much.
Andreas, I have things to do. Father Thomas needs me to help out at the church, and after that I'm going fishing with old Otto. So if you don't need me to repair a wall or a fallen chimney, then leave me be.
I can see you're busy, so I'll keep it brief. I'd hoped to ask you a few questions about Baron Rofogel.
No.
No. It'll only take a moment.
Ask your questions of someone else.
I saw you shouting at the Baron when he arrived in Tassing. What was that about?
Get it through your pebble-stuffed head. I am not talking about Rothvagel.
If you had no part in his death, you shouldn't mind asking a few simple questions about him.
You think I'm stupid? You're twisting my words around already. Maybe you'll try and see me killed with them.
Did you kill him? Wait, hold on. What's this? What's this? Lucky already told me he didn't want to talk about Lawrence, but it's clear they argued over something important, or Lucky wouldn't be so hostile. Lucky is known to be an honest man. Maybe I can push him just a little more. He doesn't seem to be the type to hold a grudge, right? Did you kill him, Lucky? Is that why you won't talk about him?
I have nothing more to say to you. Don't bother me again.
Yeah, fair enough. He was not being forthright with me, and he seemed eager to get away. If I wait here, maybe he'll leave and I can observe his actions. But should I do it now? It will probably take a while. What do you think?
Observe Lucky later.
Is this his house? Nothing like searching a man's house for clues. Nope. Yes. So that's what we got from Lucky. So basically our leads right now are either Tilia or Lucky. We could also go to Werner, because I get the feeling with sneaking into the library we're only going to get to access one bit of information. Maybe we could go talk to Werner and try and get something from him.
Let's go to Werner, yeah.
I've never met this guy. Apparently he doesn't like us very much. More ruins. I wonder if they're from the old Roman colony.
Hello, you're the artist from Nuremberg.
Andreas Mailer, journeyman artist at your service.
Ah, was it Mailer? Someone mentioned you dabbled at university for a year or two. Funny. Staying with the Gertners, yes? The Abbey does have a guest house, you know.
The Gertners are good and gracious people.
For farmers. Tassing is full of miserable people like them.
What are you doing here, then?
Building up my contacts. People of merit do pass through here occasionally, unlikely though it may seem.
And they speak to you. Willingly.
Excuse me? I will not be insulted in my own home by a godforsaken artist.
I thought we were bantering.
I don't care. Leave.
Before I go, could you answer a question for me?
Medical? Certainly. What is it?
Do you know how the elements relate to the astrological signs?
Of course. Every doctor needs to understand these relationships. Each astrological sign is ruled by one of the 4 elements. Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius are fire signs. Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces are water. Air rules over Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. The remainder belong to Earth. Was that it?
Yes. Thank you, Dr. Stolz.
Mm-hmm. Good day to you then.
Maybe I could go back. We could go back to the Volvel. And try that. Yeah, Loki was definitely acting suspicious, and he's the sort of person that would have the tools to kill
bonk
him.
somebody.
Yeah, but then what about the notes? I'm curious about the notes.
Maybe they are unrelated.
Yeah, it could be.
Maybe it's just a red herring.
The Volvel. Now that I know the connection between the astrological symbols on the cipher and the elemental symbols on the Volvel, Fering's note should be easy to decipher. Oh no. I wasn't paying attention, it's making me do it. Okay.
So...
Fire, earth, air, water. Okay, so we're looking for... This symbol is air.
It's air. And that...
Alright, okay, so these are the astrological signs, right?
Hmm?
And then these are the letters they correspond to.
Hmm.
I assume. So air is this one. And that is... Am I reading this right? Oh yeah. H. Is that right?
Yeah.
And the next one is earth. So we go to earth. And we're looking for... like O-ish. It's kind of like an O. Oh, I'm already on it. Hi. Imagine if the note was just hi.
So we're looking for like a V with curly Q's or like a German double
fire.
S. That's the German double S.
G. Next one is a water symbol. And that is the X. Heiger. Fire. Air. What's that next one? Earth. And then that one is also Earth.
Gerhard. Maybe.
What's that last one? Sorry. M. Water.
Hi, Gerhard.
Gerhard. Hi, Gerhard, as in the late brother Gerhard. Yes, yes, it can't be a coincidence. Higerhard. Hi, Gerhard. Brother Gerhard died sometime last year. How does this connect to him? Is it an anagram using Gerhard's name? Harried, hardier. Where does the G go? God, I'm sure Adok would know. Who's Adok? Oh, the old fella. There are 7,560 different combinations to try. I don't have the time to solve it through brute force. Let me think. Why his name? And why Higerhard? Couldn't be Greek. Never heard of an Italian or Spaniard named Higerhard either. Ridiculous. Let me think. Did he use his name for an abbreviation? That's a lot of letters for an abbreviation. A cipher inside of a cipher. Perhaps. If it is, I'm not equipped with the key to solve it, so I must proceed with other options. Let me think. Wait. Maybe it's an abbreviation and a name. Gerhard is the name. What's H-I? Hodignota? No. Hinc ilak lacrima? Oh my god! It's so much simpler! Here is it. Here lies. Here lies Gerhard. Gerhard's grave. I wonder if it has something to do with the Baron's murder. I should ask the abbot for permission to exhume the grave as soon as possible. I'm sure that'll go down well.
Wasn't that grave disturbed?
Yes, yeah, when we saw it, it was recently disturbed. Brother Greg, sir, Ferenc must have buried something here. Ferenc. I need to dig up the grave if I want to know what he was up to. Well, I do have this shovel.
This bloody shovel.
Do you think we should get...
Father Gano's never going to give you permission, is he?
Okay, so we can ask Otto for help, Brother Volkbert, or we can try and get Father Gano's permission.
We get Otto to do it.
Like, hey Otto, how you doing? Will you come help me dig up this corpse?
I mean, if Brother Gano says no, we'll just get Otto to help.
That's true.
Yeah, let's ask Father Gano first.
I should get Father Gano's permission first.
There he is.
Hey, so do you mind if we dig up this corpse?
Andreas, I trust you are abiding by my command to leave Piero and the rest of the monastics in peace.
Of course. Of course I have. Father Gano is in a difficult position. He hasn't been at the abbot long, and he's young. The elder monks don't respect him. A friend of the Prince Bishop murdered under the roof of his abbey. It doesn't look good. I could lie and say I haven't investigated a single thing, but if the abbot discovers my treachery, it will damage my reputation with him. I don't think the abbot would expel me, but the abbot could make my life very difficult for the rest of my time at Kirsau. What do you think?
Well, we will be at Kirsau long.
Well, how do we know? I've been abiding by your command, frustrating though it is.
I do not appreciate your characterization of my reasonable request as frustrating. Nevertheless, I must admit I have not heard any complaints about your behaviour, for which I am grateful. I know you and Brother Piero are close. You must trust that if Piero is innocent of the Baron's death, God will reveal it as much to the Archdeacon. There is more at stake here than you understand, Andreas.
Given that I am not the Lord and don't have perfect understanding of all things, of course that's the case. Which is why I've come to you with a request.
And?
Ferenc is Gurno's assistant. Which one?
The brothers chose Gano over Ferenc
That one.
because they didn't like...
Which one?
I don't know. Well, we don't want... I go with the first one.
Suggesting Ferric might have killed Lawrence might anger the abbot if the two are close. I could keep Ferric's name out of it entirely, but then my reasoning would sound rather vague. What do you think? Do you think we should be vague or tell him that we think it's Prior Ferric?
Oh, go on, let's tell him we think it's Prior Ferric.
I have reason to believe Prior Ferric has hidden something in Brother Gerhard's grave, and I'd like to dig it up.
What does that have to do with the death of Baron Rothvogel?
That one. I'm not certain of the connection yet, but I have a hunch.
Do you take me for a fool? I will not let you exhume Brother Gerhard's body on a hunch.
What does it matter? He's nothing more than bones now. I'm sure he won't mound. Oh, we couldn't persuade him. The magician, convinced Gernot you left Abbey alone, objected to Piero's assumed guilt.
He was a brother of this abbey, and he should be left in peace. Just as I would like to be. Leave now, and do not pester me about this again.
Well, then we'll go ask Otto. Permission to dig denied. We could go ask Otto.
Yeah, let's do it. Remember we did see someone in white jump across that bridge?
Yeah, that was weird. What if it was the woman from the anchorage if she'd gotten out?
Maybe. Do you think she's been leaving the notes? I think she's gotten out.
She can't write.
How do we know?
Because they told her she couldn't. Yeah, that's a fair
How
point.
do they know?
Yeah. Why would she get the ink from? How would she get the notes out?
Afternoon, Andreas. Heard that Baron friend of yours was killed up at the Abbey.
It was a terrible tragedy. The world lost a great man.
Couldn't have happened to a bigger asshole, if you ask me. Anyway, do you need something? Otherwise, I've got things to do.
Do you... Hold on. What's your problem with Lawrence?
He treated Lucky terribly, and Lucky is a good man. That, I think, is reason enough. But it's not my place to discuss Lucky's troubles with you. If you want to know more, ask him yourself. Well, I might have burned that bridge.
Yeah, yeah. I don't think he cares for me.
Sounds like Lucky.
Anyway, do you think you could help me dig up a grave at the Abbey?
Depends. What's in the grave?
I believe something might be hidden there. It could be related to the Baron's murder.
Something more than a dead monk, you mean? It's a weird place to hide something, but then again, it's not every day people go digging around in a graveyard. I hope. Will you talk to the abbot about this mischief? Wouldn't want to get my grubby hands all over his stuff without his permission. We could pretend.
We could.
Should we just pretend?
It's up to you.
Is that naughty?
Yeah, a bit, but it's up to you.
But then we'll not get in the grave if we're too honest about everything.
Yeah. Of course, the abbot knows all about it.
You're not a very good liar, Andreas, but it's all right. I don't care what the abbot thinks. It'll take a few hours, especially if I'm digging alone. You got time for that?
Right, okay, so I guess we now have to decide whether we have a few hours. We can either follow Lucky or we can dig up the grave. What do you think?
Should we dig up the grave? I mean...
We dig up the grave and then tonight we sneak into the library. And then if we've got time tomorrow we could try and follow Lucky.
Yes.
I'm ready. Let's go.
Ready. Fine, I'll grab my tools.
Otto is ride or die, and I love it. So, town carpenter, what's that like?
Exhausting. Not unlike this here. I thought we would wait until evening to do this, but we're just doing this in
in
broad daylight.
No one comes
the
around
monks
here.
are wandering about,
Yep.
but whatever. Satisfying, too, to make things with my hands, to feel the sun on my neck and sap under my fingers. And I haven't fallen off a roof yet, so all in all I can't complain.
Could be worse. Being the only carpenter in Tassing must keep you busy.
Busy's one word for it. Overworked is another. It's easier my dad and I could do the work together, but since his stroke, it is what it is. But I like being a carpenter. It's necessary work, keeps me talking to everyone in town and aware of what's troubling them. Many people in Tassing are struggling, Andreas. The peasants are especially.
I heard as much from Clara Gärtnerin. They used to be able to pay a portion of their taxes and crops, but the abbot put an end to that. Now if they get a bad price from Miller, they don't have enough to pay the abbey.
That's exactly the kind of thing I'm talking about. The abbot might own the land, but he doesn't work it. He just reaps the benefits of others' efforts. But it's not just him. The law, imperial law, that's what gives him the power. So maybe the laws have to change.
I had no idea it was so bad. My family are all artists.
You're from Nuremberg, right? Well away from the peasants' problems. I'd be surprised if you did know. Good thing you came to Tassing. You can get a real education in how the world works. Anyway, I should get back to digging. It's going to take a while. This is all on my own.
I have a shovel as well I could use.
It's covered in baby rabbits' brains. Psychopath Marguerite. I'll keep a lookout.
Got a ways to go yet? Why don't you take a look around?
Could have been a bit more discreet about this, but
Yeah, what's this?
Father Gano just has to walk through an archway.
Oh,
And he's gonna
Father Matthias is here.
with a wooden headstone too. Things must be worse for the abbey than I thought.
Yeah, wooden headstones a bit. The abbey must be having money troubles.
That would explain why the abbot's wringing the peasants dry. The rest of the abbots are in the crypt or under the church. I took a look at them while inspecting the foundations with Andreas. Oh, he was a fan of ABBA, look.
Ha 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 ha.
Curacao was built on top of an old Roman fort. Not cheap to maintain by any means.
Still, I'm surprised the abbey doesn't have enough money to pay for a new tomb.
I heard the abbot and the prior arguing back when I repaired the scriptorium roof. Whatever problems Curaçao's having, they've been going on a while.
I'm sure I didn't notice that wooden grave before.
It only became plot significant just now.
Sister Maria, the librarian. Probably before your time.
I was a boy when she passed. My father spoke well of her, though. She reminded him of his own grandmother, a sweet woman who loved the Lord. I expect the abbot will have her dug up soon.
Pardon?
The brothers and sisters are buried here until their bodies decompose, then they're dug up and moved to the abbey's crypt. A ghoulish tradition, I've always thought. What's dead should remain buried, he says, while digging up a grave.
Yeah.
But then they don't have much space here, and many of the monks aren't long for death themselves, so...
Gotta make space. Who's buried here? Mother Brunhild Abbotissa?
I doubt anyone's in that one. Given the age, I'd suggest she's long been moved to the abbey crypt by now. You worried Father Gano might try to punish us for this?
God willing, we'll be done before he finds out about it.
Well, if you want me to speed it up... Sure. What do you care about my back? Christ.
Are you done yet?
No!
No, Matteo! I need to distract him!
Short, angry monk coming this way. I'd better hide.
Shh, Matteo's not going to like this. I could hide, but then I'd be putting Otto in a tough spot.
Yeah, no shit.
He's not going to be happy with me if he has to deal with Matteo on his own. But this could be the clue that unlocks the truth about who killed Lawrence. What's the little trouble if it saves an innocent man's life?
Oh, I don't want to drop Otto in it.
Hell, we're destined for an earful. Hey there, Matteo. How's it going? Do you want me to do him?
Is all well here?
Why would it not be?
Why have you coerced the carpenter in digging up the late brother Gerhard?
Someone has disturbed this grave, and I suspect it's connected with the Baron's murder.
That is curious, if you're telling the truth.
Even so, Brother Gerhard's grave is not your concern. You are not a member of this community, Andreas. The abbot gave his permission. The rest is not your business.
As a Circator, it's my duty to prevent from mischief such as this.
I'm terribly convincing. It's the hat. Gives me an air of authority.
You are mistaken.
Well, we didn't even have anything to persuade him.
Master Zimmerman, please clean up this mess. I'm going to speak with the abbot about this immediately.
God damn it.
Is that going to cause problems for you?
I'll talk it over with the abbot. Work things out.
Sure, just sweet talk your way out of it. Well, the sun won't wait, so I better get back to digging.
Hurry up. We need this murder weapon. I need to be justified. I need to be vindicated. We need to know that what I was doing was right. You know? Brother Jacob from Cologne. Did you ever meet him?
We spoke a couple times. He was a funny man, just about the only one of those monks with a sense of humour.
A funny monk. I'm sad to have missed him.
He had a gift for manipulating his features and his voice to imitate the other monks. He was Jim Carrey. A man like that is wasted at an abbey. Yeah, he should have been in films. Well, I've reached the body, but...
Don't say that. What? There's something wrong with it.
It looks fine enough, decay notwithstanding, but someone stuffed a sack up his ribs.
Good God. Let me see. Ooh, what do we have here? Arcane tools. They could serve no other purpose.
Tools? What do you mean? What would you use these for?
Magic. Two are plated with precious metals and engraved. A silver chased rod and a golden plate. The rod has symbols of the zodiac on it. The plate has some script I don't recognize. And a knife. Seems ordinary enough, but together with the other two buried here.
Why would someone bury them here together?
Because they are forbidden. Wait, there's blood and some of the symbols on the rod. Dried to be certain, but not that old. Ferring tried cleaning this, but wasn't able to remove all of the blood. Could this be what was used to kill Lawrence?
Who buried this here, anyway?
I can't say, but it may be connected to the Baron's murder.
What? None of this makes any sense. What's going on here, Andreas?
That's what I need to figure out, Otto. Thank you for your help. Vespers. 19 hours remain. I should find someone to eat with.
Is this a good place to start wrapping up?
I think so, yeah.
So we've made quite a lot of progress today.
We have, yes. Right now, it's not looking good for Ferring, I have to say.
No.
Like, finding the, that rod, it looks certainly like it could have been the murder weapon. I don't think it was the shovel, because the shovel is sharp.
Yeah, and
Whereas he said it was a blunt instrument.
Yes.
I don't think it was the cane, because if it was, they probably would have found, like, shards of wood or something.
Yeah.
I reckon it was...
And it like... Yeah, you can't... Surely a wooden cane, you can't cleave someone's head with like that.
Yeah, not like this. Like this,
like that
it's made of silver.
Yeah.
Like, come on. I fear they might be discovered. Yeah.
And
Dried blood, not that old. Where else is that blood gonna come
burying
from?
something in a grave is guilty behaviour.
Oh yeah, very guilty behaviour. This guy's been guilty for... He has the most motive, you know. Maybe he could have even done it as a way to, like, you know, get back at the fact that he wasn't made the abbot.
Yeah.
But yeah, anyway, that's a good place to end it, I think. Yeah.
I'm very invested now.
We have 19 hours, and I feel like we're on a hot streak.
We are on a hot streak.
I reckon it was Ferenc, but that still doesn't explain the
I think
fancy notes.
there's something to do with the nun has to do with it. I think the nun in the anchorage is connected to whether she is the nun that he did something to, or, like you say, an illegitimate child. But then she'd be too... She's surely not that old. He's not that old. That wouldn't...
To be honest...
I think she's the one that he did something to.
It could be one big conspiracy. They could all be in on it.
Yeah.
Like Ferenc and Mother Cecilia.
Yeah.
Because those notes, the fact that we found a burnt one in his fireplace is just like...
Strange.
Yeah. But anyway, I guess we'll find out next time. In Pentiment, yes.
Yes.
Thank you once again for playing with me.
Yes, thank you.
And we will hopefully... I really want to find out what happens next time. I just wanted to keep going. But yeah, I'll just have to wait and see.
Yes, we'll record the next one soon.
Goodbye.
Yes, goodbye. Oh, and if you murder someone, don't bury the weapon in a grave. It looks very suspicious.
Or preferably just
Don't murder someone.
don't murder someone.
Especially leave the baby rabbits alone.
Don't murder someone.